Ah, trees. Where would we be without them? They make us oxygen, and in return, we cut them down and get high off their leaves. Dude, you're getting too political here. Bro, it's not that serious. Today's story is about the time I tried this bad boy right here, also known as THC. The day was New Year's Eve, but also December 30th, because I had to sneak out that night. The entire day, I'm nervous as hell, and I'm trying my best not to act suspicious. The sun starts to go down, and I start hearing weird music in the back of the house. I check the backyard, and there's a whole party going on that nobody told me anything about, but it didn't matter because I was sneaking out anyway. Luckily, the party was on the other side of the house, so when I jump out my window, nobody would be able to see me. And all I had to do from there was jump my house gate. The plan was perfect. I even turned off the monitor to all the cameras, so I was ready to sneak out. Went back to my room, put on an all black outfit, and jumped out my window and ran for freedom. I got to my gate and jumped it pretty easily. I jumped from the top of the gate and did a superhero landing. I ran as far as I could and had my friend pick me up. I get in his car and he says, "Bro, you look so suspicious right now." My other friend goes, "You want to hit?" I'm like, "Nah," and he goes back to smoking his Juul. We get to the park, and while we're on our way to meet with our friends, I take a moment to look at the sky, and it's beautiful that night. Like, the stars looked amazing. I meet up with the rest of my friends, and there's a bunch of illicit substances on the table. Like, the whole table could be covered with a big censored sign. Now, I'm getting nervous because I've never done this before, but I promise to take one 10-second hit of a THC cart, which is like a Juul, but it has THC in it. My friend comes and pulls out his Juul, and he's like, "Alright, just breathe in like you regularly would, just suck on it a little bit, and you'll be alright." I'm like, "Alright, that makes sense, I guess. Yeah, alright, I got this." I did not have it. At this point, it's all eyes on me, and everybody's starting to take their phones out. Oh, it's now or never. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everybody's looking at me, smiling hard as hell. 8, 9, 10. I let out the air like the experienced veteran that I'm not, and I just feel like the man. Then I'm like, "Hold on, something doesn't feel right." My own friends threw me to the dogs and they just left me there. Like, I was holding back tears. It was bad. My friend Jaywood comes over saying, "I had a feeling this would happen. Take this water." I'm like, "Water." I start drinking the water. He's like, "It's alright. It's alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Just drink the water." He was my Superman, and now it's his Lois Lane. 5 minutes go by. I tell my friend, "Yo, I'm starting to feel it." And he's like, "Yeah, I gave it the strongest stuff I could find." I'm like, "What?" While he's explaining to me why he gave me the strongest stuff he could find, reality just starts shifting everywhere. Somewhere around here, Doctor Strange is playing with the Eye of Agamotto, and the universe is breaking apart. At this point of the night, I black out. I don't remember much, but here's what I remember. I remember at one point of the night, we were all running away from a police officer, and somehow ended up in front of a police officer's house. The odds of that happening are ridiculously low. I don't even think there was a police officer. I think we're just like running away from nothing. I think we were all just like really high. After that, I blacked out again. And I knew it was really high when I started doing like a single leg squat. And like, I just kept doing it over and over again. And I was just like, yeah, there's something wrong with my center of gravity. It's off by around 35 degrees. I was so high, I started getting real smart. Then I blacked out again. After that, I remember being in the car with my friend Jaywood, and we were both zombies at this point. I'm looking at him, and he's really, really messed up. Like, he's fighting for his life to not fall asleep, because it's 2 a.m. at this point of the night. He's not even Superman anymore. He's been chewing on kryptonite the entire night. The man who saved me is gone. He's a fraud. A fraud. I turn to him and ask, "Hey bro, you alright? You don't look too good. You need some help?" He stands up and looks at me like I'm crazy. He just starts saying, "Zaza! Zaza! 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 Zaza!" And just goes to sleep. I'm pretty shook. Like, it took me a minute to process what just happened. Then I realized he was doing what this guy did in this video right here.
Ooh, wee boy.
Zaza! I just start laughing because bro, it was hilarious. It was just funny. I black out for the millionth time that night. And while we're on our way home, they start playing 90210 on the radio. And if you've heard this song by Travis Scott, it's already an angelic song. But while I was high, it felt like I was just flying through space. Like I might have been levitating. I don't know. I black out again while my friend's dropping everybody off at their houses. There's 3 people in the back seat, and then I black out. Then there's 2 people in the back seat, and then I black out. And then finally, it's just me. I say bye to my friends and get in through my side door because it's 3 a.m. and nobody's there anymore. I walk through my backyard and jump back in through my window. I stare at my bed and I just pass out. And that's where the story ends, is what I wish I could say, but I had no sleep because I had to go to a family breakfast and I was still pretty high. So I was really shit-faced and I had to wear glasses so nobody would be able to tell. Moral of the story is, don't do drugs. And if you made it this far throughout the video, consider subscribing and check out my Instagram. Link in the description. Peace.